Hi, just for fun, because I know it seems like a lot of people like the little things I show on Facebook. I thought I'd just give you a real simple tip today and also give me a good excuse to run trains around the track. Some of these you've seen on and off. I change out cars occasionally, but this is sort of my layout. I think I need a bigger building, but for now, this is what I'm going to have to live with. I can get up a pretty good rate of speed on the back side and up the front here. In any case, all of these, with the exception of maybe four accessories, everything on here is post-war from 1945, 1946 to 1969 is what they consider post-war. And the big famous train repairman sometimes gets lazy. I was noticing today that my train was kind of running not as fast as I wanted it to run. And then I realized it's probably been a long time since I had oiled the trucks. You have to be real careful with that. You don't want to overdo it. But if you don't do it, the old post-war trucks, none of them have fancy bearings. None of them are real, they're basically a metal rod inside a steel wheel. So you can sort of see there's no bearings, there's nothing there. The only thing that keeps these going is a little drop of oil. You can't use a lot of oil. If you use a lot of oil, it'll spin out onto the wheels and it will make your train skid on the rails like a pig on ice. So what you have to use is something with a very tiny tip. Let's see if I can get this focused here. This is what I use. It's called Labelle 107 oil. It's plastic compatible. That's really important. You don't want something that melts plastic over time. So Labelle 107, it's a real fine oil. The most important thing, like I said, I can show it against this yellow car. See the size of the tip? That is one drop is all you need on a truck. And then spin that wheel to make sure that it's nice and loose. You're done. Do that on each one of the wheels and go around your entire train. I'll give you an idea. I mean, I can't show you one because I didn't think about doing this before I oiled it, but both of these trains now, you can see the length of the train on this one. This is a 736. This still remains these are my favorite Berkshires. If you're only going to have one steamer, I always say, that's probably the one you should get. They made it a really long time. It's a tough engine. It's got a lot of pulling power. And you can sort of see what I've done is I put a lot of heavy cars on here. We'll run around. You can see how many cars I have. Here's a double coal dumper that I just got. It's a pretty good sized train. I can put more on. It'll be longer than the layout. So I'm only going about 12 volts right now. You can see the 12 volt line. And this is a New York Central F3 diesel locomotive. I've got the B unit in between here, and I've got a lot of cars on this one too. And these are some of the 64 boxcars. Some unique ones. This is a real heavy car. There's like the dump car, the log car. I put a lot of heavy cars on this train on purpose, but every one of them has now been oiled, and I'm going real slow right now so you can sort of see what I've got. I'm going to give it some gas on both of these now and give you an idea. And I'm not going to run them full speed because they probably fly off on the curve. So here we're going to go. This one is running 16 volts now. I could go 20. Now we're going to go with this little Berkshire. I'm going to give you 16 volts. When you look, these are heavy cars. Things with working mechanisms in them. I could put as many more cars on these trains right now, as long as I keep them oiled, and they'll still go just as fast at the same voltage. Very little difference as long as you keep up on it. Again, you just got to be sure that you don't over oil them, because then it all drips out on the track. You use up. It doesn't have to be Labelle 107. It can be gun oil, it can be sewing machine oil. Do not use WD-40 on your train. WD-40 is bad. It's a solvent, it's not really an oil. The only other thing that I recommend for a lot of things is Winchester brake free. You can get that at a gun store, just a little aerosol can. And sometimes I'll use that, especially for tender motors. See if we get this going a little faster. Give them 18 volts in. Okay, we're cooking. Unfortunately, I threw my caboose off the track, probably from going too fast. But this is a good sort of a lesson, just to remind you, oil your trucks, keep them in as good a shape as possible. They'll run every bit as well as they did when Lionel made them.